Hi there, my name's Ian Warnock. I'm the lead horticulturist here at Frederik Meijer Gardens and Sculpture Park, and today we're out here in the children's garden, and this is my area to work in. Today we're going to be talking about planting bulbs for the spring. Seems kind of a strange time to be talking about spring flowers, but this is the best time of the year to be planting. There are many different types of bulbs that you can plant at this time of the year, but mostly we're talking about daffodils, hyacinths, tulips, and then some of the minor bulbs like crocus and muscari. What I like to do in the children's garden, I plant an awful lot of tulips. Tulips around about this size. They do very well in a formal or even an informal setting. Right, in the children's garden, because there's so many different areas, it's informal that I plant them. Basically, when you're planting one of these larger bulbs, like the tulips and the hyacinths and the daffodils, we're planting about 3 times the width of the bulb. All right. So I would say with a daffodil, tulip, hyacinth, you're going to plant between 5 to 6 inches deep, and then with the smaller bulbs, probably 4 to 6 inches deep. We're in the Kids Sense garden, and we're standing in the section for smell. And we're going to be planting some hyacinth out here. Now the reason I'm wearing a rubber glove here is for some people the hyacinth can make your skin itch a bit. It's not really much of an irritant or anything, but if you do feel a bit itchy, you can wash your hands with soap and water. That'll take care of it. Generally, I advise everybody to wear gloves when they're planting hyacinths. Generally, I'll space out my bulbs about anywhere from 6 to 8 inches apart before I start to plant them. That gives me an idea, kind of the pattern that I want. The tulips and hyacinths lend themselves to be planted more in lines, and they're quite a formal plant. Daffodils are a bit more informal, they tend to naturalise as well. This garden here probably lends itself more to hyacinths and tulips than anything else. So I plant down deep and never let go of the trowel. That's another very important thing. Get the gardening done a lot faster if you don't let go of your trowel. So next I just want to touch on daffodils. There are many different types of daffodils. There's probably about 13,000 different varieties of daffodils these days. These are a double form, so in the springtime they'll come up with yellow and white and pink and creamy colours, all in the same flower, but they're doubled, almost looking like a rose. Now when I plant these, I mentioned before about tulips and hyacinths being formal. These are very informally planted, and in fact you just throw them over your shoulder, and where they land, that's where you plant them. After you've thrown the bulbs over your shoulders and they've casually landed in the ground, just plant them where they are. It gives it a more natural look. Basically that's bulb planting 101. Come back in the springtime to Frederik Meijer Gardens and see how the flowers are growing, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of colour out here in the children's garden.